Hey guys, I'm Steven.
I'm Taylor.
Welcome to our cooking show.
Not a cooking show.
Could be a cooking show.
Reaction channel. We're not going to cook.
Be
It's
cool.
not going to be a cooking show. Ever.
Be cool right now.
I'm having fun. I love watching people fight.
I am cool.
But you do cry a lot.
I do cry a lot.
But you do. Anyways, you guys, today we're going to be taking a look. I don't even know what we're reacting to. We're going to be taking a look at two monkeys and a banana fighting over it's not two monkeys.
Obviously.
Welcome to where all awkwardness and cringe occur on the internet.
Get used to it.
Get used to it. We're checking out the cost of groceries in Britain versus America, food prices in the UK versus the US.
Double named because it's so good.
Oh my God, it is. I just read that out and I didn't realize. It's a woman. You guys will see this. She put two of the same things just worded differently for maximum freaking SEO.
She's like, if you don't like it like this, take it like that.
Oh, it's brilliant.
People like options, you guys.
You know what we're going to do? We're going to put Americans React. And then just keep her title. Keep the title. It's going to be fabulous. Anyways, guys, let's hop on over the video and let's check out our food price differences.
Hi, this is Texas Dara, back home after spending another summer in England, and I'm here to do a quick intro to what is going to be the nerdiest video I have ever done on my channel. I'm going to compare the cost of British and American groceries by first taking you on a little shopping trip at a British supermarket chain, Tesco, and then comparing the prices of all the items I bought with products bought at Kroger, an American supermarket chain.
Okay.
So that's a really unfortunate pause right there. I couldn't get over the fact that she was talking about, I thought she was going to say the UK versus the USA, and she didn't. Kind of like threw me off a little bit. But we're familiar with Kroger, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
We had Kroger was like the overarching facility, and we had its subsidiaries. I'm sorry.
I have spent dozens of hours compiling this video, filming, editing, calculating, spreadsheets, online research, etc. Back in my career as a marketer in the food industry, I would have gotten paid big bucks to do this analysis. But now I'm a retired marketer with a little YouTube channel. So please pay me by giving this video a thumbs up or making a nice comment or even subscribing if you find it interesting, helpful, or at least entertaining. Thank you so much. Now, let's let Gloucestershire Dara take us shopping.
I've been asked about cost of living differences between the US and the UK, and one thing that people seem to be interested in is the cost of groceries specifically. So I'm going to tackle that in today's video. I'm here in front of Tesco in the wind, and I'm going to be going in and buying kind of a typical shopping basket full of groceries. And then I will compare the cost of all those items versus what they would cost at Kroger in Dallas, Texas. Like any good grocery shopper, I'm going to begin my shopping trip in the produce section. Well, let's go look at the cost of strawberries. These fine British strawberries from West Sussex.
What?
I'm already amazed. That is like less than half of the cost of a package of strawberries here. And our strawberries are shit.
Oh, our strawberries are super bad.
White on the inside, you guys.
They are.
Didn't know they weren't supposed to be until one of our Patreon members was like, I heard you guys' strawberries are white on the inside. And I was like, yeah. Are yours not? So that's fun.
I'm gushing over the quality of her vlogging right now. And I'm super stoked that she's vlogging. And she's like, I need to know, guys, if you know what her camera setup is, because it was windy. And it sounded, I want to be a vlogger.
Okay. We're going to talk about not that right now. Also, while you were just blabbing about vlogging, I read these packages and it says to give best flavor, bring to room temperature before eating. And I've never heard that. Never done that. They're stored in the fridge. And take them out of the fridge, wash them. We eat them immediately.
Well, we should probably keep them at room temperature for best flavor.
We'll just bring them to room temperature. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try that now.
Are £2.30 for a 400-gram punnet. Before I show you the price comparison, here's a quick peek behind the scenes to view all the math I did for every set of products in this video, converting from imperial to metric measurements and converting currencies to make an equivalent data point to compare the price gap and see if the British product was more or less expensive than the American one. So let's jump into our first example, strawberries. Doing all that complicated math, the result was the British strawberries are 6% more expensive than the American ones. Banana.
Time out. Where are you getting strawberries that are $2.99?
Not at Kroger.
Not anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, I literally spend almost $5 on a package of strawberries.
Hold on. First off, look at the Dr. Pepper next to the Iron Brew. That is a sight to behold, and it's pretty amazing. But I think it's important to know what the time period is when she made this video.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious. She didn't say, did she?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Those are £1 1 pence per kilo. American bananas are 49 cents a pound, and when you do the conversion, it means those British bananas are 13% more expensive.
Bananas?
Easy peeler mandarins are £2.50 for a 600-gram bag. Back in the States, looking at a similar item, we have a 3-pound bag of these mandarin clementine oranges for $4.49.
Are those the
which
cuties?
makes the British ones 53% more expensive.
Wow.
At this point, I was kind of
really
freaking
more
out
expensive?
because I know that I felt like I was spending less money on produce in Britain. And the first few items were all more expensive once I did the conversions. But fasten your seatbelts. Things are about to change. Fresh broccoli is £1.92 per kilo. Buying broccoli by the pound in the States is $1.79 for a pound, making the British broccoli 41% cheaper.
I feel as though there is nothing produce-wise that you can get for $1 anymore per pound. Like that's not
you can't even get like one bell pepper for $1 anymore. I mean, they're almost $2 each. It's insane.
Yeah,
Genuinely.
Like it is skyrocketed. And I'm just basing it off of our last grocery trip. Like there's no way.
What are those carrots?
They're British carrots. They're sweet and crunchy. You've never seen them? I've never seen them yellow before.
Yeah, that's a wild color.
Are they not orange?
Oh, God.
British carrots, a 1 kilo bag is only 50p. A 2-pound bag of carrots in the States is $2.49, which makes the British carrots a whopping 78% cheaper. And these nice bell peppers in red, green, yellow, or orange are only 55p
I'm waiting for it.
This one didn't surprise me at all. When you buy bell peppers in the US, the green ones aren't that expensive, but I always buy red, yellow, or orange, and they're crazy expensive, like $1.49 each one. So yes, the British peppers were 55% cheaper. These cherry tomatoes
those are also way
£1
more expensive
for a 300-gram packet. But these are the really good ones. The Sugar Bell tomatoes, they're kind of small cherry tomatoes. They are £1.80 for 220 grams. To try and keep this an apples to apples equivalent, if you pardon the metaphor, I'm comparing the really fancy cherry tomatoes in Britain with the similarly really fancy cherry tomatoes in the States. And the British ones were 15% cheaper.
Can I just say that I appreciate how she says the British tomatoes and the American tomatoes?
Packages of both red and green grapes, 500 grams for $1.90. I could not find American grapes that were both red and green packed in the same container, so I just went for red grapes. And looking at equivalent products, the British ones were 21% cheaper. This bag of baby potatoes is £1.20 for 1 kilo, although it's actually on sale for 79p right now.
Wow.
Again, it was really hard to find an equivalent, but the closest thing I could find in the States for these
cold.
small potatoes were the store brand Kroger new potatoes at $3.99 for a 1.5 pound bag. That made the British ones 75% cheaper. And if you fancy making some pesto or insalata caprese,
they have basil.
a pot of basil is £1.90. I actually went and looked at the store at the size of the basil plant in Kroger, and it looked a lot smaller than the ones in Tesco. So when I did my equivalent, I multiplied the price of the American basil by 1.5 times. British basil, 49% cheaper. A lot.
Jeez.
So we've had like a basil shortage.
Yeah, it's hard to find basil
at all.
I have seen a couple of the plants. They are very small. They're usually like really dry and shriveled up. I did have to get one time because I had been craving something and I needed basil for it. And I'd gone to the store like 4 times in a row and they never had it. And I finally found a basil plant and bought it. And those things are always really sad. But yeah, it's like really hard to find basil for some reason.
So you buy the plant and you just clip the leaves off of it? Huh. You learn something new every day. I'm like, are you going to plant that in the yard?
I mean, you could plant it. You can keep it in a little pot and keep it in that.
Said about how American bread is just not good, and it's kind of true, I'm sorry to say. So let's look at some good bread here in the UK. One thing I've noticed is that seeded breads are really popular here.
Yeah, it looks like
way more popular than they are in the States. And they are delicious and nutritious. This is Ian and my favorite new bread. It's Tesco Finest brand, and it's wholemeal seeds and grains. And it's $1.35 per loaf, which is 800 grams. The bread aisle is so different in the US than it is in the UK. Most of the bread in the bread section is this kind of sandwich bread, which is not very healthy or very good. It's full of preservatives. And the honey wheat really is not whole grain. In order to get bread that is more healthy, you need to shop in this section where things actually have whole grains. It's hard to find something that's equivalent to what we buy in the UK because the store brand, private selection is the Kroger store brand. The store brand has whole wheat, but they don't have anything with seeds. And then this is a really popular brand.
Did it not have seeds
on it? It has whole grains, but oh, actually, this is new. They do have a whole grain with seeds. So this might be the closest to what we buy in
Pepperidge Farm.
England, and it's $4.99 for a loaf.
Okay, before she does this, 72% cheaper. The very first bread she showed is like $4 a loaf.
Yeah.
So that's definitely gone up since this video. These like more specialty breads are like $6 a loaf. I don't know why really shitty bread got so expensive, but it did.
And with all those preservatives, they still go bad like super fast.
Yeah.
And get all moldy if you leave it out. It's terrible.
Yeah. Not like when we buy fresh bread. That's like you got to eat it in one day or it's already bad, which is really unfortunate.
This is a biggie. I did actually buy that Pepperidge Farm whole grain with seeds bread, and it's pretty good. The slices are huge, but it's pretty good bread. Not as good as the Tesco bread, though. And that Tesco bread, 72% cheaper.
That's massive.
But I thought that they got their breads locally. So, like, America has, like, I guess these processing hubs or manufacturing hubs, and then they just ship all their stuff from like Kansas. Like I would say like Kansas and the West is where you would get your meats from, and maybe even your breads out there. Florida's for oranges and stuff. So
yeah,
they like transport all of your food all over America. But in the UK, they locally source their stuff. So like the bread you're getting in the UK at this Tesco, for instance, is probably from a farm like 2 miles away or 3 miles away.
Yeah, maybe.
Right? Where ours is coming from 2,000 miles away in a different state, and they're shipping it on a semi-truck to get to us.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like one farm, that's a lot of upkeep to fill like all those stores across
They
all of
probably have
England.
multiple farms that are servicing different
areas
or grocery stores.
Okay.
That's what I could be wrong, but that's what I've read. And I'm sure the comments will fill me in on this, but
Oh, I'm sure they will.
like ours is just you have to put all this preserve. Not that it's like right. I think they do it because of the logistics problem, because we don't have just like farmable land the way like that.
I don't know. I feel like we do.
Yeah, it's a stretch, you guys.
Our bread, we need some butter. So here we have.
Look at those prices.
Some Tesco brand regular salted butter.
That's crazy.
And it's
Is your butter yellow?
$1.79 for 250 grams. American butter is also pretty expensive. So store brand butter, comparing American and British, the British butter was 6% cheaper.
That's
Our favorite
cheap
kind
even.
of jam, wherever we are in the world, is Bon Maman.
Yes,
Here is
that's what
the
I get.
raspberry conserve. Normally, it's £3.30 for 370 grams, but it's actually on sale for only $2.60 now. I was not surprised to see that with the American jam being about $6.50 for a jar, the British jam was 39% cheaper.
I was just gonna say I buy that stuff. It's my favorite jam as well. And I was gonna say, yeah, it's like well over $6.
So something I want to point out is she's putting these clips up with some items being SNAP EBT eligible, which SNAP EBT, if you guys don't know, is America's like food
stamps.
Food
Yeah,
stamps.
it's like government assistance.
government assisted food. So people with lower incomes, they're able to apply for this food assistance, and they give you like an allowance each month that you can go and buy food. It's pretty decent. I mean, it's a decent enough allowance that people black market sale them.
Yeah.
Like there's like deals. Mom groups are like hustling their SNAP EBT benefits.
Yeah, that's
It's
very
crazy.
true. We've seen that happen. That is the best jam.
Although I have to confess, when we first got to England this summer, this exact jam was on sale for £2 a jar, and I stocked up a ton. I forgot to film honey in England, but I really wanted to show this comparison because it's a big deal. We love honey, and it's crazy expensive in the States. This
Yeah, it is.
comparison shows both of these little plastic bottles are 340 grams, £1.50 in Britain, and $4.50 in the States, making the British honey 60% cheaper. These store brand free range eggs,
Oh, look at that
medium
packaging.
size, are £1.50 for a 6-pack.
6
I'm going to show you
eggs.
now why it's hard to compare eggs between
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah.
Eggs are
Obviously,
like
our eggs are
way-
kept in the refrigerated section here, and we have these cage-free eggs that are store brand. We don't have them in 6-packs like they do in England, so I'll just equivalize for the fact that they're sold in dozens. But one thing is, it says cage-free. It does not say free range. They have other eggs that are called free range, and then these are the regular store brand eggs.
Yeah,
That
the
don't
jumbo.
say anything about free range or cage free, which mean they're kept in cages, and that's gross. So the American eggs come in a dozen, but the British ones were 10% more expensive. Let's compare prices on 2 different kinds of cheese. Here is an extra mature or sharp cheddar.
Oh, extra mature.
For 400 grams, that
I don't know nothing about that.
is £3. The
I've
Kroger
never
brand
heard that
cheddar cheese
before.
is $2.49 for 8 ounces. It's the orangey kind of Wisconsin style cheddar. That makes the British cheese 17%
I feel like that's
cheaper.
cheap.
Although knowing what
Yeah.
both of these cheeses are like, I would say the British cheese tastes better. Then let's
sure.
also look at the double Gloucester. That is £2.85 for 200 grams. I'm looking to see what English cheeses they have. They used to have double Gloucester, but it looks like they don't anymore. But there is a Cotswold cheese and some aged cheddars and Wensleydale, of course, and Stilton. I was disappointed that I couldn't do a comparison of double Gloucester because they no longer sell it at Kroger, but this just shows you how expensive the imported British cheeses are. Wensleydale with
crazy.
cranberries is 55% cheaper by weight in Britain than it is in the States. Something I love to buy is fresh mozzarella.
Those damn tariffs.
So here we have the Galbani brand, which is for a 125 gram ball of fresh mozzarella, it's £2.
Lots of fresh mozzarella is also
It
expensive.
comes packed in water.
It's like $6
There's
almost.
also the Creamfields brand, which 210 grams, only 69 pence, which is crazy. This fresh mozzarella is 80% cheaper than the equivalent American store brand. And of course, we need to talk about milk. So I'm going to look here at the semi-skimmed milk, which we call 2% or low fat in the States. And that semi-skimmed milk is £1.45 for 4 pints or 2.3.
Sorry, I want to back up that for a second. Like, that is a wild looking jug.
Yeah, our jugs don't look like that, you guys.
I can't figure out. I feel like that looks bigger than our half gallon.
Yeah.
Is it just the shape or is it actually bigger? It's definitely not a gallon.
It's a unique shape.
It's
like
weird.
Slimmer.
Look here.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
It's slimmer and like more elongated. I would have a tough time figuring out where to put that in an American sized fridge. Right?
I mean, we've got the space compared to you guys, but it's just funky.
Yeah.
Semi-skimmed milk, which we call 2% or low fat in the States. And that semi-skimmed milk is £1.45 for 4 pints or 2.3 liters. Because we have the whole crazy thing going on between the US and the UK, where pints are not the same number of ounces and gallons are hopelessly confusing, I decided to do this all metric. So here are the prices for British and American milk shown in liters, and the UK milk is 18% cheaper. The hummus is good and it's inexpensive.
Oh,
£1.50 for a 300 gram tub. 10 ounces of American hummus is almost.
Yeah, I've never seen hummus. So you see how, you guys look at the screen. Do you see how it's called HUMM?
yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's spelled different than the way we spell it.
It's literally spelled it. Like, what is hummus?
Hummus.
Hummus. I've never seen it spelled like that. That's crazy.
Yeah. I was gonna make that
$4,
comment as well.
and that makes the British hummus about 55% cheaper. Here's a nice boneless salmon side, or fillet or fillet. That is £18.50 per kilo. Salmon is expensive in both places.
Equivalent.
In the States, it's about $15 a pound, and that makes the British salmon about a third less expensive. These chicken fillets, these chicken breasts, which appear to be free-range chicken, cost...
Oh!
What?
I was about to be like, does anybody actually say fillets? But that literally looks like what it says. Do you pronounce it fillets?
It's a fillet.
Is that like its own name? Is a fillet separate than a fillet? Because a fillet only has one L.
Oh my God, you're breaking my brain right now.
I thought she was just being silly and pronouncing it. You know how like people might say Pinot Noir, Pinot Noir or something? I thought she was just being goofy.
Are you talking about Pinot Grigio?
Says fillets. That's the white wine. And I'm talking about the red wine.
I'm not
the other kind of Pinot. But
You're a Pinot.
That's really weird.
Breasts, which appear to be free-range chicken, cost £7.50 for 650 grams. I tried to find an American chicken which would also be free-range so that it was an equivalent comparison, and it did seem that the British chicken was about 3% more expensive. Not very much of a difference. A British beef fillet steak is £8 for 210 grams. I was expecting the British beef to be more expensive, but for filet mignon, it was actually 44% less expensive. A sirloin steak is £4.60.
That's amazing.
227 grams. That's very specific. When I compared the organic grass-fed sirloin steak, it also was more expensive than it is in Britain. Britain was 41% cheaper. Minced beef that is only 5% fat is £3.49 for 500 grams.
Crazy
I couldn't
cheap.
compare the exact same kind of minced beef to ground beef because the mince was 5% fat, and in the States it's 7% fat, but this was as close as I could get, and it's 45% cheaper in Britain.
It's also more expensive
whole
than that
leg of lamb.
So I already know in the comments, I could already see it where it's like, 40%, cheaper. We're talking like maybe $1 cheaper or a couple cents. And I think what makes this so crazy, at least for me, is when you're actually going grocery shopping with each item being 40% cheaper and you just got your cart. It's not the individual item. It's when you're buying the whole grocery list that you went there with. That's where like, this is like $100 or $200 cheaper.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping that she tallies up the cost of everything that she shopped for in England and everything she shopped for in Texas and does the price difference. Because obviously, we've been doing a lot of things that in England are a lot cheaper. She started out with them being cheaper in America.
Yeah.
So it would be interesting to see the price difference of everything total. And I hope she does that.
Yeah, the disparity between the two.
Is 13 pounds per kilo. Okay, this is funny. I could not find leg of lamb at Kroger. When I searched
I've
on
never seen
leg of lamb in the Kroger website, all that came up was a Lego Lamborghini race car set. So we're not going to be able to do that comparison. I decided instead to just look at lamb chops. And not surprisingly, they were a lot less expensive in Britain, about 52%.
Texas Dara here again to pop in and say, let me know what is surprising you about this video. And if there are any products where you think I bought the wrong thing, tell me what I should have bought.
Here's our favorite sauces we've been using this summer.
Yeah, right.
The teriyaki sauce, £1.50 for 150 ml. Teriyaki sauce was one thing that was less expensive in the US. Although again, I tried this product and it's really not as good as the British one. Even though the British...
I'm going to be honest with you, you bought the wrong one. All right, you brought the Kroger brand teriyaki marmalade, marinade. You should have done Baby Ray's or Makoto's.
Does Baby Ray's have teriyaki?
Baby Ray's has everything. But yeah, I don't think like you're not gonna get the Kroger brand.
I always see the
sauce. You just bought some the other day.
Not either one of those brands. I get the one, like the basic one that you always see everywhere that I just blanked on the name. The very Japanese name.
Yeah, it's like super Japanese.
Yeah, we get that one.
That one's delicious.
British one is 38% more expensive. If you want some chicken tikka masala, that's £3 for a 420 gram jar, unless you buy it on sale, and then of course it's a better deal. I was able to compare the same brand, Patak's, in the US as the UK. A lot more expensive in the States. 62% less expensive in Britain. And
it's got 1 star.
Chutney is £4.10 for 530 grams. Unless you want the store brand, that's only £1.40 for 230 grams. Even though I always buy the store brand chutney, I couldn't find it in the States. So this is Sharwood's brand chutney in Britain compared to Patak brand in Texas. The British one was almost 50% less expensive.
I've never heard of it.
Dry mustard is £2.30 for 57 grams. Good old Coleman's dry mustard from Norfolk was $6.50 for a 4-ounce container in Texas, making the British pack 15% cheaper.
I'm glad to know we can buy it here though.
Well, I thought that's a powder.
It is. It's dry, but you could use it.
Ain't no one want
probably for like a rub, maybe. I don't know. I've never used. Yeah, you probably just like rub it on there or something.
I don't know if you guys have seen our video. Probably not. It's not out on YouTube yet.
So definitely not.
You definitely didn't see that video. Unless you were in on the live stream. That was an exclusive live stream where we tried.
That's true.
We had someone send us a jar of Coleman's mustard. And I ate some Coleman's mustard, the yellow mustard, the spicy bastard mustard. I I don't know if I did too much in one go. Because I'm used to like Dijon.
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 For those of you who don't know what Dijon is, since it's not a thing, let me translate.
Anyways, Dijon mustard or yellow mustard. But this Coleman's thing burned a hole in my mouth and made me sweat. Like I visibly got red in the face. Like I thought I had an allergic reaction when I ate it.
He put double the amount on there that everybody told us to put, but he also thinks pepper is spicy, so you know.
We're done.
Ice cream. Oreo ice cream is £3.50 for 480 milliliters.
I was not surprised that the British Oreo ice cream was a lot more expensive, 90%
Oreos
higher.
are.
And good old Ben and Jerry's, that's an American product, is £5.15 for a 465 milliliter carton.
I was surprised that Ben & Jerry's ice cream, another American brand, was actually less expensive in Britain, 6% lower.
Let's do some
chocolate chip cookie dough is
toiletries.
the best too.
Colgate toothbrushes in the 360-degree style are £2.50, normally £5.
I'm surprised to see
I thought
Colgate
both
out
of these
there.
Colgate toothbrushes were really expensive.
Really?
The UK was 10% higher.
My favorite are these Pro toothbrushes. They're Tesco store brand, but they're extra soft for sensitive gums. And they are only 75p.
Wow.
This is where we see a big difference. When you look at the store brand sensitive toothbrushes, the British one is 57% cheaper than the US.
Yeah, they're like
Similarly,
throwaways.
you can
right?
get
Yeah.
Sensodyne brand toothpaste, the Rapid Relief stuff. 75 milliliter is £5 normally, on sale for £3 right now.
That's a good
Comparing the
club
same
price.
brand of sensitive toothpaste, Sensodyne Rapid Relief, British
Yeah,
one
it
was
is.
11% more expensive.
But the Tesco store brand complete sensitive toothpaste
That's how they get you, is you got to sign up for these store like
Club memberships.
memberships because you're going to save so much money. It's totally worth the like 1 minute it takes to sign up. I save like $50 every time we go shopping.
I have a question. Because it's free for us and you get the memberships, but you get kind of berated with like ads and stuff like that. Does it cost anything for you guys to be a part of these Tesco memberships? Like, is there an annual fee or anything?
I
Costco
don't
has
think
an
we get a
annual fee.
lot of like ads and stuff.
So what's the benefit? You just sign up.
You just sign
get a
up.
card?
It's literally just how lazy are you to not do it. There's no like downside to it.
Yeah, that's interesting. How is it at Tesco, you guys? Let us know how it is at Tesco. I'm curious.
That was a
More
good price
expensive.
difference.
But the Tesco store brand complete sensitive toothpaste is only £1. And they don't bother with all that extra packaging.
This was the only similar item I could find at Kroger. The Kroger store brand that compares to Sensodyne, and it was $4.29 for a tube of toothpaste.
Wow.
That makes the British store brand sensitive toothpaste 68% less expensive than the American one.
As I wrap up this video, I have a few important caveats about how I did the comparisons. First of all, obviously, exchange rates vary constantly. One thing that's obvious is that there are so many more store brands in Europe than there are in the US. I worked in the food industry for 30 years and can tell you that's always been the case, but there are lots more store brand products available now in the US than there used to be years ago. I tried to buy what I actually buy when I'm shopping, but as you saw a couple times when I couldn't get a store brand equivalent in the States, I had to just use the branded product in the analysis. Speaking of brands, I did include a couple American brands and British brands just so that we could see if the theory holds that a brand is going to be more expensive when it's not in the country of origin. But that wasn't always the case.
Yeah,
Now
that's
let's
right.
look at the total cost of the two shopping baskets.
Yes.
In Britain, it was
you, Dara.
£122, and in the US, it was
See, literally
$212.
$100. What did
After
I
equivalizing, it was 32% cheaper to shop in Britain versus America.
If you're interested in seeing more shopping videos, I've done several other ones on my channel. I did 2 videos in which I did full shopping trips in the US and the UK since I live in both countries. And you can
Wow,
see
rub it
one
in.
video compares high-end stores, what those shopping trips were like, and the other video compares low-end grocery shopping and what those stores were like. So you can check those out if you're interested. I also did several videos where I chose specific categories in the store so that you can see what's it like shopping for sugar in England versus sugar in the US. I chose several categories that, as someone who shops in both places a lot, seemed pretty different to me. So I will link to all those videos in the description.
Canned beans.
Thanks so much for watching this
right.
video, and do something good in the world today.
Thanks.
Oh, I liked her.
Yeah, that was actually
a
pretty
good
cool.
video. Make sure to give her channel a thumbs up, you guys.
Give it a like. Give her a like. Subscribe. We'll have her channel down in the description for you guys to check her original content out. Please give her a like. Give her some credit for this. This video, the reason why we're watching it is because it won a Patreon poll. And this is how we're here.
Yeah.
Our Patreon members put it up on a poll and all of them voted for it. So a lot of people wanted us to check this out.
Yeah.
Well worth it, I think.
Yeah, it's really fascinating to see the differences between different countries. And yeah, I mean, we are talking about taking a trip there next year and staying for a month. So this gives kind of a good baseline idea, at least on groceries and what that would be like. Because, obviously, if you're going to visit somewhere for a month, you don't want to be eating out all the time because that's really pricey. It's interesting to see.
It stings a little bit, the price disparity between the two countries, especially at the end when she totaled up the baskets, because like $100 is a lot of money.
Yeah, that can go a very long ways.
That's a lot of money, and it just sucks. Like I always knew that we were going to be, more expensive, but I wasn't expecting 60%, 60%, 40%.
Yeah.
Like that hurts, you guys.
And their food is so much just better and fresher and healthier too. So it's like we're paying more for
garbage.
Garbage. So that's fun.
But yeah, thank you guys so much. I really hope you enjoyed our podcast today.
Cooking channel and a podcast now. Just wait for what's to come.
Whatever that may be. Fishing channel. Mukbang. But I digress, you guys. We'll talk about other channels later. We've got to go. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.